Smell. It's an important source of information for our survival. It can be crucial for finding food, recognizing toxins, or even identifying relatives. Your perception of an odor can heavily influence your behavior. But how can two people have very different perceptions of the same odor? Could the area we grow up in change our reactions to odor? In order to test this, we use two populations of a fruit fly, specifically Drosophila movensis. These two populations have been geographically isolated from each other, and each show preferences to feed and lay eggs on different cacti hosts. For our experiment, we load flies into an apparatus with a flow of experimental odor on one side and a flow of neutral control odor on the other. The aim is to see what side they spend more of their time on so we can calculate an attraction or repulsion to the odor. Once data is collected, we can then find our attractions and our repulsions, and then compare the two populations to look for any differences they may have. These findings may help us to understand how a change in environment can lead to a change in behavior, and even how changes in behavior over a long enough period of time can lead to new species. So the next time you find yourself absolutely loving a scent while others plug their nose, think about the areas you grew up in, because that odor you love just might smell like home.
When eating the herb cilantro, some people experience the taste of a normal herb, a touch of lemon and pepper, similar to parsley. To others, it may taste like soap. Why does this happen? Well, this is determined by a person's genetic code, or their genome. Genetic code is held within every living cell on the planet, and as you may have heard, it's how your hair is brown while mine is blonde. Your eyes are brown while mine are blue because of our individual genomes, or the individual genes within our genomes. You taste spice while I taste soap. That is because of the genome. Researchers at the University of Cincinnati in the Rollman Lab study just that, the connection between what you perceive and genetics, just not in humans.
It's an impossible question. How does something taste or smell to a fly? I can barely describe what something tastes like for me to you. Flies are an entirely different question.
These flies use their sense of smell to navigate, interact with others of their species, and to find a plant to lay their eggs. Exactly how a fly smells is hard to decipher, but what we do know is that different species of flies enjoy different types of food, some of which you are likely familiar with, love fresh fruit. Others prefer cactus.
Here at UC, we study cactophilic flies, which means they're flies that live and breed on cactus. What's more, and actually really disgusting, is they prefer rotting cactus. Ew.
Here you can see the two types of food we have in the lab. One is for the common fruit fly, Drosophila melanogaster, and is made with cornmeal, while the other has cactus powder and rotten banana, which is designed for cactophilic flies, mainly Drosophila mohavensis. How something is perceived, smelling amazing or very poor, is all encoded in your genome. It's what determines that certain flies prefer cactus and you taste soap instead of spice.